I wanted to do so today, right? The way that I wanted to pop it, I wanted to talk about golf a little bit.
Will hit a hole-in-one yesterday.
That was actually my inspiration for some of this. Will hit a 200-yard hole-in-one yesterday, which is fucking insane.
Get it?
That he dunked.
Yeah.
No ball mark to fix nothing. Right?
He put it straight in there on the air?
Straight in the hole.
In the air.
No ball mark. In the hole.
That's bullshit. He didn't do that.
Well,
it bounced once.
I ask you this. This is something I've seen on the internet. So let's take you know any scratch golfers?
Sure.
+1 handicap, something like that. What's their name? First name?
I mean, Jared down in Valdosta is a scratch golfer.
Let's say Jared.
Okay.
Right? Jared's a scratch golfer. Is Jared closer to Scotty Scheffler than we are to Jared?
Is Jared
is a scratch golfer closer to the #1 golfer in the world than we are to becoming a scratch golfer?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Considerably?
Not considerably, but my knee-jerk reaction is yes, because, you know, I play golf. I don't play a ton of golf, but I know it. And the difference between Jared and Scotty Scheffler are two simple things. Simple. One, putting range. That's a really, really big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Second one is the 150-yard in gets closer to the hole, so it's less. Yeah. It's less putting, but his putting range is longer, and most of the time he gets it closer to the hole.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's two difference. There are lots of difference between me and Jared.
Yeah.
Lots of things.
About every shot on the golf course.
That's right. That's right. So that's why I think so.
Well, Scotty was playing at Heritage, and they told him, "Congrats on being #1 in the world, Scotty. You've been #1 in the world for about 70 weeks. You only have 11 years left this Sunday to be the #1." To be world's #1 for the longest amount of time, he has to be world #1 for 550-something more weeks, right? That's how long Tiger Woods was #1 in the world, right? So, having posed the question to myself, like, how am I closer to a scratch golfer than the scratch golfer is the #1 in the world? And then thinking about how much of a leap there is from the #1 in the world to Tiger in his prime, I have some Tiger Woods trivia for you.
But here's another way to put it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Jared could play Scotty 50 times and beat him once.
We couldn't play Jared once and beat him once.
Nope.
We could play him 1,000 times.
No.
Yeah.
Jared could beat.
He's going to beat us by double
digits. Because I can promise you
the
I played with Jared a couple times, and the time that I played with him at Stone Creek, which you played there.
Yeah.
There ain't many pros on earth that could have beat him.
Yeah.
He shot a 62.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's course record there for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. Didn't even ask. Don't care.
Yeah.
At that day, there aren't hardly any pros that could have beat him on that course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the
62s.
And
that's 10 under, dude.
They're gonna be and Clay said it one time to me. He said, "You can't set your mind to par." He was like, "This is one of those games where you can't will yourself to be better at it." Jared can put himself in a mind frame sometimes where he's playing so well that he can play like those guys.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
We cannot fucking lock in and no matter how we stimulate ourselves.
But that's amazing to think he could beat Scotty Scheffler in golf.
Yeah. 2% of the time, or something like that.
Yes, maybe more, maybe 5% of the time.
Yeah, he's really
good.
And
if he plays on his courses, maybe more.
Yeah. So I have some Tiger Woods trivia for you, some stuff that I thought was very interesting, because there is such a big leap in golf, right? Tiger Woods has played in 373 total events. How many times has he made the cut? How many times has he missed the cut, I guess? Out of 373.
He never has.
He's missed a cut.
Oh, I'm thinking of Masters. He's
never missed. He's 25 in a row.
Yeah, never missed Masters. I don't know. He probably has missed 3 or 4.
He's missed 35.
That's a lot. I mean, that's not a lot out of that.
He's made 338 cuts out of 373. How much money's he made? In winnings only.
Only golf.
Only winning golf PGA tournaments. Rory is second all time. $81 million. Rory is second.
$150 million.
$120 million. $121 million. Right? Lowest score ever. that he posted in a PGA Tour event. One round.
58.
61. Out of 373, how many times has he finished top 10?
30 times.
199 times.
Jesus Christ.
Out of 373, he's been in the top 10.
I'm terrible at this.
Tiger Woods has finished 31 times as runner-up. He got second place. Largest paycheck was the 2019 Masters, just over $2 million. He's won his 100th, 200th, and 300th start on tour. How many majors he got?
He has like 14.
15.
15.
The Masters was the 15th.
15, yeah. He's one behind Jack.
3.
To tie,
18.
Jack has 16.
18.
Oh, 3, okay.
He's got 18. In the Ryder Cup, he's 13-21.
Yep.
Negative record.
So is every other American.
PGA Tour Player of the Year 11 times. 20 hole-in-ones. The very first one was a 202-yard dunk. Very similar to our friend here that hit one yesterday. Amateur titles, blah, blah, blah. He won 1 out of every 3 golf tournaments from 1999 to 2009. He finishes in the top 3 53% of the time. He's nearly 5 shots better than the Tour Pro at the height of his career. They would have had to give the second best player in the world, Phil Mickelson, would have had to give him 5 strokes for them to play straight up at the height of his career. Let's see, there was another one. So at one point he made 142 straight cuts. He's got all kinds of records. He's got basically every record in the book.
If it wasn't for that divorce, man, if it wasn't for him doing that, he would have beaten Jack easily.
Yeah.
That divorce fucked him mentally.
Yeah, it did.
Bad.
683, the number of weeks he was number 1 in the world.
So many times.
683.
So many times.
That's more than 30. It's 13 years. It's 13 straight years of being number 1 in the world.
Well, I think in Vegas terms too, and I don't know these numbers for sure, but during that stretch, he was even odds a lot of weeks, him versus the field, which is insane.
He was number
Nobody's
1.
close to that,
Yeah,
right?
no, nobody's even close. Nobody's even close.
Vegas odds, Vegas only cares about money, that's it, was
They know their shit.
it's the field 50-50 or close to it versus Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Yo, son.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that's probably, what, 60 golfers?
No, the week starts with 130 golfers.
Okay, but at the
they
end.
cut to 70 at
70,
the cut.
okay. So, there you go. 70 offers.
Yeah, it's a lot. He was number 1 in the world for longer than Michael Jordan was on the Bulls.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 13 years and some change.
It's a long time.
He's got the Grand Slam. I mean, he's got them all. He's got them all.
And at that same stretch, the best rapper in the world was white, and the best golfer was black.
Yeah. Yeah.
For years.
Yeah, for a long time.
Is there Olympic golf?
Yeah, there's now. It started
really?
like
Oh, and they just. I was about to ask if he had an Olympic gold medal or anything.
No, I don't think they started it during his bad downturn. 2 Olympics ago is when they started it.
I didn't know. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
But
Pretty awesome too.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about was the old Tiger Woods dominance. How far there is to, I guess how many levels there are in just about everything you do. But golf's one of the ones that's like
To be that much better.
incredible
To
disparity.
be that much better than your competition is only, you can only throw a few names in there. Like you can only throw Jordan.
Yeah, like you have to find other sports.
He never played. No, yes, I mean Jack has 18. Get out of here. But he played a lot more golf than Tiger.
Yeah, he did.
He played a lot more golf.
40 years.
It's
40 years.
Yeah, but he
40
played
years.
even when his prime. He played every tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't take breaks. Tiger didn't. he didn't play all the tournaments.
No.
So you got to go Michael Jordan, which was complete dominance in those years, those 6 years. Actually 7 years, 3 years break for baseball, 3 years. Complete dominance. No set game 7 ever. He never went to game 7, which is insane. Yeah. By the way, if you think about it, 6 championships. So he is that dominant. Who else? Against their competition. Not dominant in their sport, against their competition. Khabib?
Yeah. Wayne Gretzky.
No.
Wayne Gretzky is that much better.
Not against his competition.
What do you mean?
Meaning he didn't win championships like they did.
Yeah, I think
he was an MVP, but he didn't. Once he got traded from the Oilers to Kings, over, buddy. He scored goals, but he didn't win championships.
Yeah, he scored like
you see what I'm saying?
as much as everybody
like
else.
you can't put LeBron James in that. LeBron James has been in more finals than anybody.
Yeah.
But you can't. I think he has. But you can't put him in that because he's lost as many as he's won.
Yeah.
Right. He's lost a lot.
More.
So Khabib, fighter, Rocky Marciano.
Yeah.
Never lost.
Yeah.
Do you know how badass you got to be a boxer or a UFC fighter and never lose?
Yeah.
That's
Khabib was that for sure.
That is Tiger Woods is excellent and he is in Tiger Woods, and the Spider back in the day in that 10-year run was so good.
Yeah, Anderson Silva.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So good. He didn't lose for that 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So much. I would say probably the Bones, John Bones, is probably in that era.
He hasn't lost, yeah.
You know, if
He's
you're
got one loss by disqualification.
I also think you can probably through the multiple belts, like your Evander Holyfields, your Muhammad Ali's, your Lennox Lewis's that won their belt back 4 times. That's a different mindset, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when you lose in boxing, you're done.
Yep.
Fighting, you're done. You're kind of done. But all those fighters regained their title over and over and over.
Uh-huh.
Roy's in that dominance
4
of
belts at one time, 4 weight classes.
so awesome. But like baseball, who's in there?
Nobody in my mind.
Kyle Ripken because he went so
Kyle
long.
Ripken, yeah.
He never won a world. He
Nolan
never
Ryan,
went to a
maybe.
World Series. I don't think.
Nolan Ryan maybe is that much more dominant than everybody.
Yes, and he won some World Series.
Yeah. And he was throwing like 105 mile an hour fastballs at 40.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Even in baseball, it's hard because it's such a team sport.
Yeah.
You know, Simone Biles.
Yeah,
She's
that's
there.
what I was about to say. Is
Serena
do you think
Williams
anybody's in that in gymnastics?
Simone Biles, Serena Williams is out in that in tennis.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably the best girl athlete that ever existed. Maybe.
Yeah.
She's definitely in the breath of it. I don't know, man.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot that people that you see dominate that way. But
Would you say Caitlin Clark?
Not yet. No, she didn't win a championship. She went to 2, didn't win one.
Yeah,
She's a dominant performer. Don't get me wrong. Like Larry, I could put a lot of people that Larry Bird was insane. Magic Johnson was insane.
Yeah. But they didn't dominate the league.
Tim Duncan did dominate the league for a few years. That Spurs team was a dynasty. It was a small dynasty for sure. I think they won 3.
5. They've got 5.
No, he's got 5, but I feel like you break it up into different dynasties there.
Yeah, it's 3 really close together, and then one later and one later. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got to put that close together. Steph, that's a dynasty. Has he? 3. They didn't lose a championship when they won one, did they?
In the finals.
So,
well, yeah, they did actually. They came back on by Kyrie and LeBron. The old LeBron block off the backboard, Game 7. That was their one loss.
That was against the Spurs.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
No, it was LeBron's breakaway block.
No matter
off the
what, that's a dynasty.
They were down 3-1.
That's a dynasty, and Steph Curry is still doing it too. So I mean, LeBron and Steph are doing stuff at old age that people hadn't seen.
Yeah, LeBron had a 40-point quarter against them, I think. Yeah, they
insane.
scored 51 in the first quarter, and that they were down 3-1. They scored 50 in the first quarter and blew them
I
out.
could name a few of those, but there's not even the greats. It's really hard in baseball because it's such a team-dominated sport. You know what I mean?
It's hard to win a baseball game.
Fried he pitched to Maddox the other day. You know what a Maddox is?
The
It's a look. What's the greater honor? Like I feel like Greg Maddux has one of the best honors ever, because he has a stat named after him, and that's never going away. If you pitch a complete game below 100 pitches, it's called a Maddux.
wow.
Because he pitched so many of them.
Wow.
He
Goddamn.
he pitched so many of them. They call it the Maddux.
You know,
So
he had all
that
of them at one time.
hardly ever happens. Still now it's even rare, but it hardly ever happened before. But Maddux did like a 72 game pitch game.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
And he doesn't. He barely
see 27 batters.
He barely threw it over 90 anytime. He's
It's only
92.
3 pitches a batter. Yeah.
It's so little. Yeah. It's so much where there's stories about him where the pitching coach would come up and go, "I think you're done." He goes, "Let me get 2 more pitches against him." He goes, "I'll get him to ground out to third."
Yeah.
And it would happen. He said it happened so many times where he'd look at Chipper and be like, "Hey, it's coming to you," or he'd look at Mark Lemke and go, "It's coming to you," because he knew where to put it.
It's crazy that we had all of them at the same time.
Yes, we got 1 championship to show for it too.
Yeah. That was what I wanted to talk about. That really was the
That's dominance. No, that's dominance.
Scotty's dominating right now too. I'll tell you that. 4 out of 5.
He ain't gonna do that.
20
though.
strokes better than.
I'll bet anybody the money they want to. Look
Bet he
crazy
won't do
odds. What Tiger did?
No, that's never gonna happen again.
What are records?
come
Let's
too
talk about
far.
that. What are records that you don't think will ever be broke?
That Tiger's #1 in the world streak. I don't think will ever be broken.
The Kyle Ripken won't ever be broken.
No. The straight games one.
What do you have, like 2,500
Yeah,
games
it
in a
was-
row?
yeah.
Look that up. Exactly what it is.
I think it's like 1,500 something straight games that he.
Whatever it was, it's insane.
Who is this? Cal Ripken.
Kyle Ripken's record. Just put Kyle Ripken record.
Yep, it'll pull it up.
2,632 straight.
Yes.
God
yes.
damn.
Yes.
God damn. That's 30-something years. That's
It is-
33 years.
It is without missing a game.
It says Ripken had played an MLB record of 2,632 straight games before he told manager Ray Miller he would not be in the lineup for the O's New York Yankees contest on September 20th, 1998.
Jesus Christ.
That will never be broke.
Uh,
Never.
Can you think of some more?
What do you think about the Warriors' winning season? Isn't that a record? Remember when they won a lot?
73-9.
Yeah.
Somebody will break that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, they didn't win a championship that year, so it don't
That's
even
right.
count to me.
It doesn't matter.
Um,
Forgot about
LeBron
that.
James put the stops to that one.
Some other records. Oh man.
Hard to think of. I'm gonna Google it.
I got you right now.
Yeah, just pull up like Unbreakable sports records.
I probably more than likely. I don't know the shot block, the block
Brett
shots.
Favre.
The
Brett Favre, 297 consecutive games played.
Yeah, that won't be broke probably.
no, probably not.
It could be, but it's going to be a long time before it happens.
Damn. Nolan Ryan's 5,714 strikeouts with 7 no-hitters.
No,
Yeah.
that will not be broke.
No, that'll never ever be touched. That won't even, a lot of pitchers will go in the Hall of Fame without being halfway.
No, well, or no. The reason is because they don't let pitchers pitch that long anymore.
Bill Russell, 24.7 rebounds per game.
Yeah, he's also got
gonna be
10.
tough.
He's got 10 championships.
It's going to be tough. He was the coach too.
10 championships is never gonna. Yeah,
Wasn't he the
after-
coach while he was doing it?
Red Auerbach was their original coach, and then he died, and he was the coach after
Yeah.
the fact. Yeah.
A
Tom
playing
Brady
coach.
passing yards.
Huh?
Tom Brady's passing yards will be broke.
All-time passing yards.
Yes, absolutely.
People are that is a number that's
It'll be
going
broke
up.
twice. It'll be broke twice in the next 15 years. Can't bet.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get broke because they're throwing the ball more than ever.
Yes, it'll
The
get broke.
the game's moving so much faster, and there's so much more penalties where you can't inhibit the movement of people downfield.
Another Brett Favre one. The most interceptions.
It'll be broke.
336.
He's thrown the most.
That's because he played for so long. It'll get
Yeah,
broke.
He just threw the ball more. Yeah, that'll happen more. I mean, Jameis Winston put 30 in a season, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Passing yards in a single season by Peyton Manning, 5,477.
That's going to be a tough one, but it'll get broke too. 5,400 yards is a lot of yards.
It's going to be really tough. It's going to take a special season to do it. It's going to take special receivers. Patrick can do it.
And they added a game, right?
I got it. Yeah, they added a game,
So,
which matters.
Yeah.
So,
that's 20 more games over the span of a, badass quarterback.
no, that was 1 year, 5,000.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
You're talking about overall, yes.
You
He's
just
talking
get
about
that
1 year,
much-
5,000, whatever, one year.
But if you get
You
20
get one
tries at it and you're
You do.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah, you might get 30 or 40 tries. It
Yeah.
depends. Yes, no, that will be broke. even in 15 games or 16 games. And normally it'll get broke because it'll take a special year though. It'll take a special year, but Patrick can do that. Patrick Mahomes can do that.
Yeah.
Boston Celtics 8 consecutive titles.
No,
Never happen again.
and the UCLA one will never happen again.
That's 80
They won like
games.
8, 9, or 10 in a row too.
Yeah, 10 in a row.
Career points. Kareem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll get broke.
That'll get broke.
That's already broken.
That's
What do you
broke.
mean?
That got broke by LeBron.
This must be an older one.
Yeah, that got broke by
LeBron just
LeBron
scored
this
his-
year.
Oh yeah, it says we'll break the record during 2022-2023 season. So this must have been like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he just got his 40,000th point this
Mm-hmm.
year. Couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh, I'll tell you a record that will never be broke. 2 records that'll never be broke. All-time steals and in season steals will never be broke.
That's
Because Ricky has all-time steals and in season maybe, and he stole like 130. Look it up. Henderson stole like 100. I'm trying to say 130. Just that's what pops up in my brain.
more than one a game.
But Acuna was by far the best 2 years ago or a year
And he
ago
did-
and stole
and-
70.
Yeah, he didn't
It's-
get 100.
1406 of his career, but 1982 he had 130.
Yes.
Damn, you're right on it.
Dude, that's so many stolen bases. There's 162 games a year.
Yeah.
Pete Rose, most career hits, 4,256.
Probably not.
That's a lot.
That's a shit.
Probably
That's
not.
a lot.
He's not even the number 2 is not even close. And I'll
He's
tell you
number
another
one plate
record that probably will
appearances.
never get broke. Not in my lifetime is Jerry Rice.
No.
Like
that-
number two
behind
is
Jerry Rice is like a couple thousand yards.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Number 2 behind him, and number 3 I believe is Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez is number 2 as a tight end, and I think number 3 is a tight end now. But because that tight end's
Catches.
so much, I don't know.
Just
Look it up.
catches is that the record you're talking about? Those catches in a season?
No, not in a season. Lifetime.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Lifetime yards.
Lifetime. Oh yeah, he's like 20,000. isn't he?
He's so much over somebody.
Yeah.
It's like 3 seasons or something like that. It's whatever it is. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And he played for so many seasons. You got to be very good in the time you're there, and you got to play so many seasons afterwards. And I think he played for like 16, 17 years.
So, owner of 38 NFL career records at the time of his retirement. He set the all-time record for receptions at 1,549, receiving yards at 22,895, touchdown
God
receptions at 197, yards from scrimmage 23,540, and all-purpose yards 23,546. Combined rushing and receiving touchdowns of 207 and a total of 208 touchdowns, and then it cuts off what I was reading. But
Have you seen? Dude, he's not going to be beat. A lot of those are not going to be beat, especially in my lifetime or whatever, until they change the game to 20 games or whatever. Where it gone. But it still doesn't matter how many games are in a season. You still have to play that many seasons, right?
Yeah.
You still have to play
You
that
have
many
to
seasons.
do that
years.
crazy numbers every year.
Go on
forever.
YouTube. I implore anybody out there, if you have never seen, or you, Scott, if you've never seen, go and watch his off-season workout. Have you ever seen Jerry Rice's off-season workout?
Mm-hmm.
Son.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
the last
Son.
record I got,
He used to run with a parachute on his back up hills,
damn.
both ways. I'm just kidding.
The last record that I see on this site is the most strikeouts in a season, 223. Mark Reynolds.
That'll probably happen though.
Maybe.
A lot of strikeouts now.
Maybe, yeah, that probably.
Well, in addition to Reynolds' 223 records in 2009, there have been 15 players to pass the 200 mark, all of which happened this century. 2012, Adam Dunn had 222. 2022, Higuero Suarez with 181 in 140 games. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. Are you ready for this stat? And I said it. I don't know if it was before you were here or not, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Gwynn struck out 200 times in 10 years.
Yeah.
That is what people strike out every year now.
Yeah.
No, he was pitching and got those strikeouts.
No, I'm saying
He's talking
Tony
about,
Gwynn only struck out 200 times in 10 years.
Damn.
The biggest, the people struck out 200 times a year easy now. He struck out one
think
of
about
them,
you're
Maddox,
getting-
Smoltz, or Glavine, one of them did the interview, and they said Pedro Martinez, him, Glavine, Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz, and there was another pitcher that's all Hall of Famers, faced him like 2,000 times and only struck out 3 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Out of those 5 pitchers,
That's crazy, dude.
Ty Cobb, get it, dude. He's a better batter than Ty Cobb.
Here goes you a crazy one. Cy Young, 749 complete games.
So that'll never be broke again because they don't let people complete games like that. You have to be throwing a Maddox or you have to be throwing a no-hitter.
So
because they're not going to let you get over 100 pitches much. Dude, Cy Young and Sandy Koufax and all those old pitchers, they were pitching every inning no matter their stuff.
Yeah, 130, 140 pitches a lot of times.
Yes, they were getting rocketed too at the end of those games.
This says that Cy Young had 36 or more complete games by himself in 11 different seasons. In 2022, all MLB pitchers combined for 36 complete games.
That's crazy. That's crazy against competition. You got to take that in context. Against the players of the day, that's insane. But it won't happen because of people getting hurt, and they're not going to let people get hurt. It's an investment, and they shouldn't. It's stupid.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Like, I'm invested this much money in this person, and I don't want to get them hurt because of a. Rarely does the season come down to 1 or 2 games, really.
Yeah.
And
it's super rare.
And that 1 or 2 games, that doesn't mean you're going to lose that game either. When you take them out, you got to do the math on that. What is your
take them out just because we know we have the space?
What is your team doing when you take off things? Is your bullpen good? Because if you're winning, 60% of those games, you're up. That's fine. You keep doing it. You don't leave them in. So it's stupid not to. And at the end of the day, they've just got abundance of baseball players now. Mm-hmm. Back then, they didn't have an abundance of baseball players. No, we're talking about, probably. If I had to guess, this is a guess. You can fact check me on this. But before you look, I want you to guess too. Right. I bet there's 20 different countries in the MLB. I bet there's 20 different countries in the MLB that are represented in MLB.
I bet that's pretty close. You got it. Mm-hmm. I bet that's pretty close. It might be more than that.
It could be.
There's probably there might be 20 countries in South America.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. All the islands, because you got Cuba, Dominican Republic, Curacao, Puerto Rico would probably. I know it's America, but it'd probably be. It would probably be
its own thing.
Its own thing. Mexico, Nicaragua, all those countries have baseball players.
Yeah,
all of them do. And then you got Venezuela. Colombia, all those ones down there that have baseball players. Uruguay probably has some baseball players. Then you have the Asian. You have Korea, South Korea.
They definitely have some Japan.
Japan. You probably have some Canadian baseball players, I'm sure.
Some Taiwanese guys.
So there's 25 countries represented. It shows based off 2022, which it's probably still closer to the same. Can you guess who the top countries are?
Yes.
And how many they might have?
Yes, America, Dominican Republic.
How many players do you think's from America that's on the 26-man rosters?
There's 26 on each team. So that's like 750 people.
It's probably 40% of the team is American. Every team.
I bet it's
1,057.
Yeah, that's 40. That's 40% of all the.
There's 30 teams.
It's 25. Yeah, 26. No, wait. 25.
Teams?
Mm-hmm. 25 countries.
No.
Oh, you're talking about teams.
How many teams are there? Do it not as a per team. Do it as the MLB goes. Because some teams are going to be skewed of how they recruit and how they develop their minors.
So what stat do you want me to look up?
How many players are there in the MLB?
There's 30 teams.
I thought so.
That's what I thought too.
I thought there's 2 less than NFL.
Yeah.
750 players.
There's 750 players in the MLB.
1,000 American players.
No.
I bet 500 of those are from America.
No. It's less than 40%. Or it's less than 50% now.
Well, this is showing a stat from 2018, which it says 25-man slots, but now there's 26. So add 30 times 4, and that's what you'll have. So add 120 to eat. So 870 players in the MLB now.
So 870. I say 400 are American. A little less than half, because between the Asian countries and the Central America, Dominican Republic has like 70 players.
Yeah,
70 players in Dominican Republic.
Yeah. We've got 6 of them on our team, right? 5 of them.
We don't have anybody. No, we do. Ozuna is from there.
And, well, not maybe from the Dominican Republic, but I mean just from South America in general.
Well, Albies is from Curacao.
Albies,
Curacao.
There's Ozuna.
Ozuna's from Dominican.
Acuna.
Acuna's from Venezuela.
I don't know of anybody else actually.
Michael Harris is from Atlanta.
Yeah, he's from here.
It says Americans are 70% of the total
MLB?
players in MLB.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
it.
All right, guys. I gotta go. I got an appointment here. That's way more important, y'all.
Cool.
Soup
All right.
sandwich out.
Yep.